Yes, my dear P6 learners, welcome back to another lesson. My name is Mr. Mugisha Emmanuel. In our previous lesson, we are looking at how we can decrease quantities using percentages, and we decreased quite a number of quantities. And at the end of that lesson, I gave you an activity of 5 numbers. I hope you did those 5 numbers. I told you these days I don't give a lot of work. I just give you very few numbers. Why? Because I want you to concentrate on them. So I'm not going to go through all of them, but let me go through the last number. The last number was, in a school of 500 pupils, 15% is absent. Okay, you mark that word, absent. So the question is, how many pupils are present? How many pupils are present? So when all kids are present, they contribute 100%. To get the percentage which is present, we take away the percentage which is absent. Okay? So 100 take away 15, you will get 85%. So it means 85% is present. Okay? So if 85% is present, how many pupils are represented by 85%? We shall get 85 out of 100, then we multiply by the number of pupils, 500 pupils. Then we can reduce this 0 with this one with this, will remain with 85 times 5. So side work, 85 times 5. 5 times 5, we shall get 25. We write 5, we carry 2. 5 times 8, we get 40. Then 40 plus 2, we get 42. So it means the number of people that is present is 425 pupils. And when you look at this, you indeed see that not all pupils were present. We had 500 and only 425 are present. So it means the number reduced. So, my dear learners, today we are going to look at where I have given you the new number after increase or decrease, and I want you to get the original number. I'm going to teach you how to find the original number and when the new number has been given. Let's look at example number 1. Somebody may ask you that which number has been increased? Which number has been increased by 10% to give 220. Which number has been increased? Mark the word increased. Which number has been increased by 10% to give 220? So you assume that number to be any unknown. So we can say, let the number be, maybe y. Let the number be y. But I'm talking about increasing. If I'm talking about increasing, it means the original percentage is 100%, but I'm now increasing. So you say plus 10%. And 100% plus 10%, we get 110%. So it means that when I get 110% times the number, I will get the new number which is 220. I will get the new number which is 220. So we multiply. 110 times y, we shall get 110y. But out of 100, and this one is going to give you 220. Do you remember some time back I taught you how to solve these equations? So how do we solve these equations? Begin by eliminating the denominator. How do we eliminate the denominator? You multiply it on both sides. So we shall have 100 times 110y out of 100 is equal to 220 times 100. Then we cancel the 100 this side, and this one is going to give us 110y, which is equal to 2,200. Is it 2,200? No, it is 22,000. So I have 110y, which is equal to 222,000 as our new number which we have got after eliminating the denominator. How do we get the value of y? How do we get the value of y? It means you have to divide each side by 110. So we divide by 110, even here by 110. This one will go with this once. This 0 will go with that. Then by 11 once. 11 goes into 22 how many times? That is twice. Then plus how many zeros? 2 zeros. So it means y is equal to 200. So this one means that when I get 200 and I increase it by 10%, I will come back to this. When I increase this number by 10%, it will give me 220. Let's look at another example. Number 2. Which number? When decreased by 20% gives 40,000. Which number, when decreased by 20%, gives 40,000? Mark the word decreased. Which number, when decreased by 20%, you get 40,000? So the original percentage is 100, and we are talking about decreasing, so you decrease the percentage. Take away the percentage given. And this one is going to give you 80%. So after getting 80%, what do? We shall say, let the number B may be C. So when you get 80%, you multiply it by that number, which we don't know. You will get the new number which was decreased, the new number which is 40,000. 80 times C, what do we get? 80C. But out of 100. And this one is giving you what? 40,000. What do we do with the denominator? You eliminate by multiplying it on both sides. So we shall multiply here by 100, even here by 100. This one will go. We remain with 80C, which is equal to 40,000, then plus the 2 zeros, 1, 2. So we have 1, 2, 3, comma, 1, 2, 3, that is 4 million. And if I want to get the value of C, what do? It means I'm going to divide each side by 80. So we shall have 80C is equal to 4 million. You divide by 80, you divide here by 80. So this is 0 with this one by 8 once, by 8, 1. This 0 will go with that. By 8 is 1. 8 goes into 40, it is 5 times. So we shall have C, which is equal to 5, then plus how many zeros? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So what is that? It is going to be, wait a minute, this is 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 zeros. So it means it is 50,000 which was decreased. So when we get 50,000 and we decrease it by 20%, we shall come to 40,000. So the number which was decreased is this one. Let's look at another example, but in this example, I'm going to change a method. I'm going to change a method because I want you to get used to all these methods so that when I give you work to do, you don't find difficulties. Number 3. Number 3, which number? Which number, when increased by 40%, which number when increased by 40% gives 140, as simple as that. Which number when increased by 40% gives 140? So we begin by getting the original percentage, that is 100%. Mark the word increased. So when I talk about increased, you add plus 40%. And this one is going to give you 140%. And I have told you in this example, I'm not going to use this method. I hope those who are interested in this, you have already got this. So in this method which I'm going to give you, you get the number. Then you divide it by the fraction. So which one is the number? 140. You divide it by the fraction, 140 out of 100. The meaning of 140%. And this one is going to give you 140. Division will change into multiplication, and this one becomes a reciprocal. So what is the reciprocal of 140 out of 100? It's going to be 100 out of 140. We reduce a 0 by a 0, by 14, 1, by 14, 1. So we shall have 1 times 100, which will give you 100. This one means that when you increase 140, I mean 100, by 40%, you will come up with 140. Having taken you through these 3 examples, I hope you can now try out some numbers. I'm going to give you an activity. Please sit down and do this work, and I'm sure you are going to enjoy it. Thank you for attending to this lesson. You have been so good. Continue being good. Wash your hands. Actually, we still have corona with us, and it is killing people. Put on a mask when you go in public. Have a nice time.